Minutes time, but first, almost 2,500 motorcyclists have been killed or injured while riding on northeast roads. That's in the last 5 years alone. Now, that's according to figures from the Road Safety GB in our region. But imagine if a smartphone app could go some way to helping reduce those figures. Well, a northeast company is celebrating after one of its apps has become the first in the UK to be certified for use in 999 emergencies. It's called the Real Rider app, and it sends a motorcyclist's last known location via GPS to the nearest ambulance service, and all within minutes of a crash, even if the rider is unconscious. It sounds amazing. Real Safe Technologies app has been in development since 2011, and with more than 3/4 of people owning a smartphone in the UK, the North East Ambulance Service says it's important to find new methods for people to communicate with the emergency services. Now, Phil Davis is a motorbike rider from Middlesbrough. He actually uses the app.
It's nice to know that you've got someone in your pocket if you've got no mates with you. If you have an accident, you know that you're going to be found. Because there's been stories of people being left in ditches, not been found. Found the bike, but not the person. With this app, I know that I'll be found if I have an accident on my own. There was a story a couple of months ago where a lad come off, and he was found in the ditch 4 hours later. So, you know, knowing that you got this in your pocket, as long as you make sure that you got it running, you know that you're going to be safe.
Well, we're joined in the BBC T studio this morning by Andrew Richardson from Real Safe Technologies, the North East company who are behind this app. Morning, Andrew.
Hi, good morning.
Morning. Now, I've got to say, hubby's a biker. I used to go on before I had my little girl. Family of bikers. Right. It's really, really exciting, this, isn't it?
Yeah.
Tell us where the idea come from to have an app like this.
I think, obviously, as being in the region, we're very proud of it. And it actually started life in 2005 when we were working with the Great North Air Ambulance, and we were making a film. And we understood from their point of view, they would land the aircraft, they would find a bike, they wouldn't be able to find the rider being thrown from the bike. So smartphone technology didn't come out until 2009. We started the process in 2011 and technically trying to create a technical solution to help paramedics find those riders like ourselves who had been thrown from their motorcycles.
Yeah.
So we started working with the North East Ambulance Service at that point to understand what they required. We had some ideas. So this was very much a partnership approach to getting that whole process up and running, getting it developed, getting it tested. And we actually started working with BT in 4 years ago as well, at the same time. I remember them saying to us, look, this is going to take a while. We didn't think it'd take like 4 or 5 years later to be the first app to be finally accredited, so that all of our crash alerts, when the new version's out, will be directed for the BT's 999 service. So very proud as a North East company to achieve that.
Yeah. So how does this app actually work then?
We get asked the question all the time, do we tell people no? Essentially, it's accelerometers. I mean, smartphone apps out, and smartphones themselves have a lot of really fantastic technology and very sensitive, and certainly the accelerometer can detect an impact, and we use that technology. We use satellite technology as well to determine there's been a crash, and then it follows quite a complex process to understand if the rider's not moved. I mean, all we're protecting against is the rider's knocked unconscious, because that's my worst fear. I was out on the way down to Helmsley yesterday, and if I fall off and nobody knows where I am, that's my worst fear. So that's what we're protecting against.
Yes, really, yeah, because it is bad along that stretch, isn't it? Lots of wines.
It's great.
Well, it's good, but it's not if you come off, is it? Because you could be anywhere, literally, couldn't you? So, a lot of people might be listening and thinking, technology does go wrong. Is it actually safe? Well, obviously, years in the planning.
Yeah, but, importantly, we've spent 2 years in a pilot phase with the North East Ambulance Service. They ran this pilot UK-wide, and we got permission from the government's 999 Liaison Committee to run that pilot. And, we've had a 0.01% false activation rate within like the 12 months. So for us, we've refined the process. We now know, and we have we analyse all the graphs that come from the accelerometer testing. We know that literally if you do fall off and don't move, we can send all that data to the BT and to ambulance services.
And Andrew, you sat in the studio this morning with your Gore-Tex on.
I'm feeling quite warm now. I've warmed up. I've got that many layers on. Yeah.
So you must be feeling good, thinking I can help a lot of fellow bikers. But also the fact that you are the first in the UK to be endorsed by the emergency services.
I think when you're in it, when you're doing it, we've been doing it, and Zoe and I, we're both founded the business, and we've been doing it for so long. You think, am I going to get there? And we did, and we achieved it. And we're very, very proud. All the people, I mean, Phil was on the radio earlier on, and all those people have stuck with us from day one. We're weeks away from releasing our brand new version, which has got all the fun stuff, the stuff that we like to use as riders. We're about to launch that. And when that app does go live, that's when all the crash alerts will be directed through the 999 service.
It's brilliant work. So thank you for joining joining us in the studio and telling us all about it this morning. And you can see a video about the app on the BBC Tees Facebook page.